Today we're gonna talk about one of the she's beautiful, but she's one of the grimiest women in the game that I've seen in a long time. April Mason. So physically, I would say that she looks amazing, especially after having she had 2 or 3 kids by Omarion. But character-wise, this is one of the worst that I've seen. And on top of that, though, first, let me go play the first clip, and then we're going to get into this, why I'm saying the things that I'm saying. And this is a good lesson for women to learn. So, recently, April Jones, she had an interview where she was talking about her relationship with Little Fizz and Omarion. And this is a perfect example as to why I tell guys you have to look at a woman's character because okay, she looks good even after having kids, but for her to go and deal with Little Fizz, her baby daddy's bandmate, one of his homeboys, for her to go and get with him out of everybody, that was personal. That was personal, but Omarion kept it player. He didn't he didn't let it bother him. But let's get into what she said. And and I have a very, very important point that I'm gonna point out after the interview. And this is the main reason why I said that she's one of the worst.
I know what it could look like on the outside world.
Situation.
Did you fall in love with Fizz?
No, Fizz was not my type.
Okay.
Fizz was a great friend. Fizz was someone I felt safe with. But that was it. Yeah. And I'm so grateful for him. Literally, at that time, he was.
Hold
Fizz
on
was
one second.
Fizz was a great friend.
What I want to point out, this woman, she has great, look at this nice toned shoulders. Shoulders look good. Nice chocolate skin, pretty hair, but physically she looks good. But ladies, this is also a good point for you all to remember. Okay, she done got with all kind of millionaires, but the main test of a woman is can she keep a man? Can she get a man to go and lock her down? What in terms of marrying her, but just keeping a man, that's a whole different thing. Let me go finish playing the clip.
Fizz was someone I felt safe with. But that was it. Yeah. And I'm so grateful for him. Literally, at that time, he was a great friend. So,
How did Omarion find out?
I think publicly, maybe not. Let me think before I speak. I don't really remember. I don't know if I said something, or maybe he's seen us. I know he saw us hanging out because we were on blogs together. So he saw us hanging out before the show ended up coming out, but he didn't say anything. It wasn't talked about. Like me and O weren't good. We didn't talk.
Y'all weren't on speaking terms.
No, we were not. Me and him were not good at that time. So, yeah, and they weren't. So you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, it's interesting. I know what it could look like on the outside world, right? Because these people grew up together and they were in a band together, but like people grow apart. And
Okay, so the main thing I wanted to point out was listen to her. So no accountability, zero, nada, none. So this is why I tell guys it's so important to look at a woman's character because, like I said, physically she looks good. So actually, I would say I would give her like I would like a 9.5. I would give her, especially after having kids, which is rare. So I rarely give a woman those kind of points, those kind of numbers, but physically she looks amazing. But character-wise, oof, out of everybody she could have got with though. But this is it's a move just to get at Marion's ego. But he did good because he didn't care. He didn't let it phase him. And then still, Little Fish is still a dumbass because by him messing with her, all I did was just blow up her ego and then just mess up your money because Omarion is the leader of the group. Because really, I think also Omarion, I think also for Little Fizz, by him messing with Omarion's ex, that's also a way for him, you know, to just get back at Omarion. That's what I think also too. But once again, y'all, listen to her talk. No kind of accountability. Nothing about how well I shouldn't talk to him because that was my, baby daddy's a group mate. No accountability. So this is what I tell guys. This is the kind of woman that you need to stay away from. Especially, don't put a kid in her. That's like, I mean, that's so embarrassing. Because I tell guys that it's like it's crazy. Because like you have a woman that okay, you put a kid in her, and she's bringing all kind of guys that you don't approve of around your kid, and that's like one of my biggest fears. That's why now I'm at a point where I don't circle the block with my exes, and which later on I'm gonna also talk about. I had something similar that happened to me, which I guess I could get into for a second. I had an ex-girlfriend. This is about 20 years ago. She had like a really nice rack. she was like she was a hood chick. And I had like this one friend. I mean, me and him was cool enough. You know, we had like the same car. And I knew that, you know, he liked it, my girl, you know, and think, you know, and then I knew that she liked him just a little bit and think, you know, but whatever, you know, my whole point is, you know, whatever. I didn't care, because she would say stuff like, man, sorry, if I wasn't talking to you, you know, what's the name? He is kind of decent. Which, you know, with me, I don't care. You know, there's my whole thing. Even back then, is okay. Is a woman doing what I want her to do? So even back then, I had that in me at 19. So I wound up breaking up with her because she wound up just getting on my nerves, and I don't know. She basically lied about everything. I mean, this was like back in the day when I was thinking like, wow. When I was about 19, I was thinking like, why would somebody tell a lie that they can't prove? You know, and then just say this woman done lied about everything. This woman done told me that she was a lawyer. She had a house in Michigan. She done. I mean, she just told so many lies until later on, her nephew wound up telling me the truth, and she basically acted like she was somebody when she wasn't. I mean, yeah, just but definitely that was just crazy. And then I wound up breaking up with her. I got tired of her. She was getting on my nerves too much. And then she wound up asking me for my friend's number, you know, about how she could ask him about something, you know, which I kind of had the feeling she was going to try to mess with him, you know, to get me upset. You know, just like similar to what April Mason, no, what April Jones, you know, did to Marion. But you know, with me, I didn't care. I'm done with this woman, whatever. So I don't care. Once I leave a person, I don't care what they do. So she asked me for his number for something. I said, well, whatever. I don't care. I know that one time me and the dude, you know, we wound up getting into it, and he wound up telling me that he wound up banging my ex. I'm like, this dude, you know, this. Which I mean, I don't care because once I'm done with somebody, I don't care. But it just shows the character of a person. But you know, with this, anyway, so that's the story that I wanted to go and talk about though. But yeah, but back into it. So, like I was saying about April Mason. So I mean, I keep saying April Mason. I got her on the brain. But yeah, just like I was saying, so April Jones. So this woman, hair looks good, beautiful skin, but the mentality, and that's why I tell guys, you have to watch out the character of the woman because besides her looking good and you enjoying her in the moment, her character is gonna raise your kids. So this woman, she done been with Dr. Dre, been with Tay Diggs, and I mean, once again, she done had all kind of look at it, Tay Diggs right there. She done had all kind of millionaires dudes, but still, you know, it come down to what man is gonna choose you and take you seriously, not just want to just hit it and everything, So, but definitely, but physically, she got a lot of women beat, especially with having two kids. So physically, she's on top of her game. So once again, women like her get more chances because guys see her, she look good, especially she got some beautiful natural hair and body look nice, whatever. But still, but the character and the mindset, just that's a lot to deal with. So just because you and the person is not on good terms at the moment, she'll go and do something shiesty by talking to one of your best friends or one of your people in your crew. That's why I tell guys, just a woman character is everything. So so that's why I'm at a point where whether a woman is fine or okay, I just give her the basic level of respect, and then I go about really off of her character and what she do. So now, because basically men eventually, a fine woman like that, I think, just the people will get tired of being with her, or they get tired of your BS. So a lot of times when you see a fine woman, you see another man that he's tired of dealing with her bullshit. So now that leads her to be right here.
At a job outside. Today was my first day, and I was scanning my patients. It's like riding a bicycle, you know? It really is. I'm back in action. Everyone is so nice too. It's really nice to be a part of a team of people who just welcome you in, who are so nice, that are willing to help you and just take their time with you and all of that. Like, so if you're working at a job and the people around you just make you feel welcome, just be grateful for that. I know that I am, because it's not always been that way. So yeah, man, I'll be keeping you guys posted.
And the part that's so crazy, y'all, I think about, okay, wow. I mean, for her to have all kind of connections and to be Omarion's baby mama, and to be with Trey and Tay Diggs and other guys, for her to have a regular job, it's like, wow, so why did she go and harness up any skills so she can just, be able to do all kind of bigger things? But she didn't feel like she had to. And then that's the other thing that I realized too, like a lot of women that's really fine, a lot of times they haven't, most of the time period, in my opinion, they haven't developed their character, because people would like them because they're fine, and guys want to have sex with them because they're fine. So a lot of times they're really boring, and they're ultra selfish because they haven't had to work on having a bound personality, because guys just see them and just want to be with them and kiss their ass just because they're fine. So, all right, y'all. So I hope you all enjoyed today's episode. So I wanted to get into it and put in my 2 cents. But once again, physically, she got it popping. So I had to give her that. Physically, she got what it takes. She got it going on. But character-wise, that's embarrassing. But once again, the main thing is no accountability for her actions. That's the main test. Even with her, accountability is kryptonite. All right, y'all. So subscribe to the channel if you love this episode. If you love this channel, I'm gonna have more reactions to videos like this. And ladies, if you're trying to get your look right so you can be able to get more bites of the apple, you can get my bands will help you. You can fill out my application, and I'll see if you are a good fit for my program. And if you are, I'll make you a presentation, and I'll show you me reviewing your application and showing you how my training program works. So whether you're tired of having knee problems, you're tired of having that big belly, tired of that back fat, you want to change your unhealthy habits, you're tired of being addicted to food, my coaching program can change your life. And remember, you are not your past. You are not your pain, and you are loved. I love you, and I'll see you all next time.